What is going on, crypto enthusiasts, and welcome back to Bitcoin Bulletin. The market is absolutely electric right now, a whirlwind of activity where fortunes can be made and strategies must be razor sharp. We've got a packed show today, with updates that could reshape your portfolio and redefine your understanding of the digital asset landscape. From pivotal economic data that's sending ripples across global markets to bold strategic moves by industry leaders, you absolutely cannot afford to miss a second of this. Get ready, because the information we're about to drop is crucial, and you're hearing it first, right here, right now. First up, we're diving deep into Bitcoin's current standing, a critical analysis of where the king of crypto sits amidst global financial shifts and what's on the horizon. Then, we're shifting gears to explore a company making a massive bet on Bitcoin, examining the potential impact of their capital strategy. Following that, we'll break down a bold prediction from a prominent figure about what it will take for Bitcoin to reach monumental new heights. And finally, we're heading south to El Salvador for a look at a major conference that could be a geopolitical game-changer for institutional crypto adoption. You won't want to miss any of it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Bitcoin's steady position amidst market volatility. The world of digital assets is in a constant state of flux, and understanding Bitcoin's current market position is paramount for any serious trader or enthusiast. As of Tuesday morning, Bitcoin was seen hovering around the $110,000 mark. This stability comes at a time when traditional assets, like gold, are experiencing record-breaking surges. Gold for immediate delivery climbed to $3,508 an ounce, surpassing its April record and marking a remarkable 30% year-to-date gain, significantly outperforming Bitcoin's 16% year-to-date increase. This stark contrast has sparked considerable discussion within the trading community about hedging strategies and the evolving roles of these major assets. Analysts point to Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's remarks at Jackson Hole, which hinted at potential rate cuts in September, as a key catalyst for this market dynamic. A softening U.S. jobs market further bolsters the case for monetary easing, driving investors towards perceived safe haven assets like gold. Nick Ruck, director at LVRG Research, commented on this trend, suggesting that the parallel rallies in gold and Bitcoin signify a fundamental shift in how investors are hedging against monetary debasement and market volatility. He noted that Bitcoin's growing role as an inflation hedge positions it as a complementary asset to gold, rather than a direct competitor. Meanwhile, the broader cryptocurrency market saw major coins bleeding lower over the past week, although an uptick occurred on Tuesday. Bitcoin saw a 2.7% rise, while Ethereum, ETH, remained relatively flat. Other significant cryptocurrencies, including XRP, Solana's Sol, and Dogecoin, experienced gains exceeding 3%, contributing to an overall market capitalization increase of 1.8%. However, Ethereum, despite the ongoing narrative of institutional adoption, is showing signs of fatigue. Daily trading volumes have decreased from their July peaks, and on-chain metrics reveal a notable 28% drop in active addresses since late July. Augustine Fan, head of insights at Signal Plus, attributed this to a rotation within digital asset tokens, with assets like Solana becoming the latest favored destination, benefiting from a rebound in its total value locked, TVL. All eyes are now fixed on Friday's non-farm payrolls report, which is expected to show around 45,000 new jobs, with private payrolls closer to 60,000 and the unemployment rate potentially ticking up to 4.3%. A weaker-than-expected jobs report could solidify expectations for a September rate cut, potentially reigniting risk appetite across markets. Until then, the crypto market remains somewhat heavy, with options data indicating a preference for downside protection at levels not seen in weeks. The coming sessions will be crucial in determining which asset narrative will dominate the market sentiment as we head into September, historically a weaker month for cryptocurrencies. But is Bitcoin's current stability a sign of strength or a temporary pause? We'll explore a fascinating company making a massive bet on its future next. Metaplanet's bold Bitcoin strategy, a capital raise for growth. In the dynamic world of cryptocurrency investment, companies are increasingly adopting innovative strategies to leverage the potential of digital assets. One such entity making significant waves is Metaplanet, a firm that appears to be placing a substantial bet on Bitcoin's future. The central question now is whether its recent capital raise can effectively fuel its ambitious Bitcoin-centric flywheel strategy. This move comes at a time when the broader crypto market is navigating various economic indicators and regulatory discussions, making Metaplanet's focused approach particularly noteworthy. The company's strategy likely involves a deep integration of Bitcoin into its core operations and investment portfolio, aiming to capitalize on its long-term growth prospects. By raising capital, Metaplanet is signaling its commitment to a specific vision, one that hinges on Bitcoin's ability to maintain and increase its value, thereby driving the company's own financial trajectory. The success of such a strategy is often dependent on several factors, including market conditions, Bitcoin's price performance, and the company's ability to execute its plans effectively. Investors and analysts will be closely watching how Metaplanet deploys these newly acquired funds. Will they be used for direct Bitcoin accumulation, for developing new products or services tied to Bitcoin, or for strategic partnerships that could enhance its ecosystem? The concept of a flywheel suggests a self-reinforcing cycle of growth, where initial success breeds further momentum. For Metaplanet, this could mean that early Bitcoin investments generate positive returns, which then attract more capital and attention, further strengthening their position and potentially driving up the value of their Bitcoin holdings. However, this strategy also carries inherent risks. A significant downturn in Bitcoin's price could have a disproportionately negative impact on a company so heavily invested in it. Furthermore, the speculative nature of cryptocurrency markets means that volatility is a constant factor. The narrative around Bitcoin as a store of value and a hedge against inflation continues to evolve, and companies like Metaplanet are positioning themselves at the forefront of this narrative. Their capital raise is not just a financial transaction. It's a statement of belief in Bitcoin's enduring potential and its role in the future of finance. The market's reaction to Metaplanet's strategy will likely be influenced by broader economic trends, regulatory clarity, and the overall sentiment towards cryptocurrencies. As the company embarks on this high-stakes play, the crypto community will be keen to see if its capital raise can indeed sustain and accelerate its Bitcoin-driven flywheel, potentially setting a precedent for other firms looking to integrate digital assets more deeply into their corporate structures. While Metaplanet makes its bold move, some are predicting even greater heights for Bitcoin, provided certain obstacles are cleared. We'll dive into those predictions next. Two whales stand between Bitcoin and $150K, says industry leader. In the ever-evolving narrative surrounding Bitcoin's price trajectory, a prominent voice has emerged with a bold assertion. The cryptocurrency's ascent to $150,000 is being actively hindered by the actions of just two major holders, often referred to as whales. David Bailey, CEO of the Bitcoin holding company Nakamoto, stated this week that these significant entities are the primary reason Bitcoin has not yet reached this coveted price milestone. Bailey's comments, made via an X post, suggest that the market's upward momentum is being artificially suppressed by the selling pressure exerted by these large-scale Bitcoin holders. A move to $150,000 would represent a substantial 36% increase from Bitcoin's current trading price of approximately $110,240, according to CoinMarketCap data. Bitcoin whales are individuals or organizations possessing vast quantities of Bitcoin, whose transaction activities can significantly influence market sentiment and price action. Their movements are closely monitored by traders and analysts alike due to the potential for large sell-offs to trigger market downturns or liquidate leveraged positions. Recent market events have indeed seen considerable whale activity. For instance, on August 24th, a single whale offloaded 24,000 BTC, valued at around $2.7 billion, which reportedly led to a flash crash in Bitcoin markets. QCP data indicated that this single transaction resulted in the liquidation of approximately $500 million in leveraged positions within minutes. This highlights the potent impact that even a few large players can have on market stability. The sentiment in the crypto market has been volatile, with the crypto fear and greed index fluctuating between fear and neutral territory over the past week, settling at a neutral score of 49 on Tuesday. Despite the influence of these whales, several analysts maintain optimistic outlooks for Bitcoin's price by the year's end. Stephen McClurg, CEO of Canary Capital, recently suggested that there is a greater than 50% probability of Bitcoin reaching the $140,000 to $150,000 range before a potential bear market emerges next year. Looking further ahead, projections from industry heavyweights paint an even more bullish picture. Alex Thorne, head of firm-wide research at Galaxy Digital, had previously projected Bitcoin to potentially reach between $150,000 and $180,000 by the close of 2025. Furthermore, prominent figures like BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes and Fundstrat co-founder Tom Lee have even suggested that Bitcoin could achieve the $250,000 mark by the end of 2025. Bailey's assertion, however, focuses on a more immediate barrier, implying that if these two dominant whales were to cease their selling activities or resolve their holdings, Bitcoin could experience a rapid surge towards the $150,000 level. The market's ability to absorb such large sell-offs without significant price depreciation will be a key indicator of its underlying strength and the potential for future growth. While predictions of massive price increases are exciting, the real-world adoption of Bitcoin on a national level is also a critical development. We're heading to El Salvador next to see what's happening there. El Salvador's Bitcoin Conference, a geopolitical spark for global crypto adoption. El Salvador, the nation that famously adopted Bitcoin as legal tender, is once again at the forefront of the cryptocurrency movement, this time hosting a significant international conference aimed at fostering institutional adoption. This event is poised to be more than just a gathering of crypto enthusiasts. It's being eyed as a potential geopolitical catalyst that could significantly influence how global institutions perceive and integrate digital assets. The conference brings together policymakers, industry leaders, technological innovators, and investors from around the world, all focused on the burgeoning digital economy. El Salvador's pioneering stance on Bitcoin has provided a unique testbed for its capabilities, and this conference serves as a platform to showcase the progress and potential challenges of such adoption. Discussions are expected to revolve around regulatory frameworks, technological advancements, the role of Bitcoin in national economies, and strategies for scaling crypto adoption globally. For institutions, the event offers a chance to engage directly with a nation that has already navigated the complexities of integrating Bitcoin into its financial system. This hands-on experience and the lessons learned by El Salvador are invaluable for others considering similar paths. The conference aims to demystify cryptocurrencies for traditional finance players and highlight the opportunities they present, from enabling faster cross-border payments to fostering financial inclusion. Furthermore, the geopolitical dimension cannot be overstated. As nations grapple with economic instability and the limitations of traditional financial systems, the allure of decentralized digital currencies is growing. El Salvador's conference could serve as a blueprint or a point of reference for other countries looking to explore alternative financial strategies. It presents an opportunity to build consensus on international standards and foster collaboration in the digital asset space, potentially creating a more unified global approach to crypto regulation and innovation. The presence of international delegates signifies a growing global interest in the potential of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies beyond mere speculation. It reflects a broader trend where governments and major corporations are increasingly exploring the utility and strategic advantages of digital assets. The insights gained from El Salvador's journey, including both its successes and the hurdles it has overcome, are crucial for shaping the future landscape of institutional crypto adoption. By convening such a diverse group of stakeholders, the conference aims to accelerate the understanding and acceptance of cryptocurrencies, potentially unlocking new avenues for investment and economic development worldwide. The outcomes of this gathering could well set the stage for a more widespread institutional embrace of digital assets, driven by the real-world example and ongoing innovation emanating from El Salvador. That's all the groundbreaking news we have for you today. But before you go, let's do a quick recap of the biggest stories. And that's a wrap on another electrifying episode of Bitcoin Bulletin. We saw Bitcoin holding steady around $110K amidst gold's record run, explored Metaplanet's high-stakes Bitcoin strategy, heard predictions of two whales blocking Bitcoin's path to $150K, and looked at El Salvador's conference as a potential catalyst for institutional adoption. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for all your crypto updates, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, and follow us on all our social media channels to join the conversation. We'll see you next time.